for the continuation of our report, so I will discuss constructing non-objective supply type. So non-objective may vary as subjective and may involve theoretical questions, so it has a large subject of opinion by the person examining the test. An example of this would be an essay type. So, essay type belongs to the supply category that required response is to be fully constructed by the students. And this format is appropriate for testing, deep understanding, and reasoning. Here, essay items are structured where we allow the students to organize freely their response using their own writing style. We have also thinking process that is developed such as comparison, induction, deduction, abstracting, analyzing perspectives, decision making, problem solving, constructing support, and experimental inquiry. So we have two variations of AC items, which is the restricted response and extended response type. So the first one is restricted response. The questions or directive given suggest a specification in constructing response. So first, limited coverage of content. Second, specified length of response. Third, expected form of response. So here we will limit the ways in which we will permit the students to answer the questions, but we allow them to express their own opinion. In the extended response type, we allow the students to express their own idea and interrelationships among those ideas and use their own strategy to organize. No correct answer, but their answers must be reasonable. So, here are the sample items for two variations. So, here, students will limit to choose only a tourism spot within Luzon. So outside Luzon will not be considered because the question here is what is a famous tourism spot in the island of Luzon and why it is popular. So next is on the half sheet of paper, describe the benefits that could be derived from Samahang Kabataan as an organization. So students needs to limit the length of the answer in a half sheet of paper. And then next, describe the origin of man according to the theory of evolution. And also here, we will only describe the origin of man according to the theory of evolution. So other theories will not be accepted. So next is extended response type. In extended response type, students are free to focus any socioeconomic status. So next is constructing essay questions by Miller, Lin, and Grundland, 2009. First, restrict the use of essay questions to those learning outcomes that cannot be measured satisfactorily by objective items. Second, construct questions that will call forth the skills specified in the learning standards. Third, phrase the question so that the student's task is clearly defined. Fourth, indicate an approximate time limit for each questions. Fifth, avoid the use of optional questions. We have also here the tips on how to improve the reliability of scoring response. First, prepare an outline to the expected answer in advance. Second, use the scoring rubric that is most appropriate. Third, decide how to handle factors that are irrelevant to the learning outcomes being measured. Fourth, evaluate all responses to one question before going on to the next one. Fifth, when possible, evaluate the answer without looking at the student's name. And then last is if especially important decisions are to be based on the results obtained two or more independent ratings. Next is constructing selected response type. So selected response type entails choosing the nearly best or most correct options to answer a problem. One of the examples is the alternate form of binary choice. This is the example of alter form or binary choice, the true or false. So the true or false, the planets of the solar system revolve around the sun. So for the yes or no, do the planets of the solar system revolve around the sun? And then for the right or wrong, factors of 18 are 2, 3, 6, and 9. Those are the statement of preposition that is answerable by true or false, yes or no, and right or wrong. So next is correction. Example, the biggest planet in the solar system is the Earth. So Earth is not correct, so we will correction. The answer is Jupiter. Next is multiple true or false. So here are the list of statements that is answerable by true or false. And then next is yes or no with explanation. So are weather system independent for each other? If no, explain your answer. Next is how to construct good binary choice. So first, write the item so that the answer options are consistent with the logic in the sentence. Second, focus on a single fact or idea in the item. Third, avoid long sentences. Fourth, avoid significant or trivial facts or word. Fifth, avoid negative statements. Sixth, avoid inadvertent clues to answer. And last, avoid using vague adjectives and adverbs. Next is multiple choice items. It is a wide choice of this format in classroom testing is mainly due to its versatility to assess various levels of understanding. Multiple choice can assess whether students can use reasoning in performing problem solving, decision making, and other reasoning tasks. We have here the guidelines in writing good multiple choice items. First, all the works of the STEM should be relevant to the task. Second, STEM should be meaningful by itself and should fully contain the problem. Third, the STEM should use a questions with only one correct or clearly best answer. So how do we use destructors? So we have three. All destructors should appear plausible to uninformed test takers. 2. Randomly assign correct answer to alternative positions. 3. Avoid using all of the above or none of the above as destructors. Next is matching items. So it consists of two parallel lists of words or phrases the students are tasked to pair. So column A is the premises to be matched or associated with an appropriate point, while the list of responses are the homogeneous alternatives or options from which to select what will match the premises. So as you can see in the picture, we have the column A and the column B, the premises and the responses. So next is constructing matching items. So these are the steps on how do we construct the matching items by Kubizin and Boric 2010. So first, keep the list of the premises and the list of options homogeneous or belonging to a category. Second, keep the premises always in the first column and the option in the second column. Third, Keep the list in the two columns unequal in number. Fourth, test directions. Always describe the basis for matching. Fifth, keep the number of the premises not more than 8. And last is ambiguous list should be avoided. And that's all for our report. Thank you for listening.